All right, today I'm going to be showing you the different ways to do quick looting. I have ones for easy, which is probably more survival based. I'll even show you a tip on villager trades. I have a medium one, which is probably more towards speedrunning if you're just starting out and learning, but can also be used in survival. And then the advanced one, which actually isn't hard as it seems, but I'll go over that one when I get to it. And it's probably the fastest method for speedrunning, the one that you want to learn. So if we just get the sheep out of the way here. All right, so if we come over to the easy section, I'll show you what to do if you have a lot of blocks like this or tools. A lot of people already know these hotkeys, but if you don't, that's okay. You can use your hotkeys, so whatever numbers correspond with your inventory or your hotbar here, you can use it to quickly swap the tool or whatever the item is down by just pressing the number. So this is really good for tools. If you press like 1 or 2, you can choose the slot that it's in, and you can even swap it by pressing another hotkey there. So I just pressed 1 and it swapped the axe and the pickaxe because, well, the axe was in the 2 slot and it swapped over to the 1. Same thing works if I do this again, it swaps the 2 of them. Same thing works if I put the carrot up here from a chest. If I press 1, it'll swap with the pickaxe, as you can see. So that's a really useful one if you have tools and stuff. Another useful hotkey is if you have a lot of similar blocks, or the same block, I should say, you can double click on it to gather all of them. You can hold right click to draw a line of it individually, or if you want to make even piles, you can hold left click. So once again, these are probably more survival oriented than speedrunning, but they're useful hotkeys. Another very useful one is double clicking, putting it down, and then pressing shift click. So that'll put it into the furthest slot you have open in your hotbar. So if I do it with the sand again, double click like that, place it back in the box, and then hold shift and click, it'll put it over there. And another useful hotkey, which is used in speedrunning, is directly pressing F to offhand it. So you can see it works both into your offhand and out of it. So that can be used for inventory management and a lot of other different things. But if it's food or something like that, if the carrots were all flung about like that in the chest, you can double click to grab them all, place it down, and then press F to offhand a good source of food, which is very common. It also is good for boats or other items like that. Lastly is gold. So if I grab that and put it into my inventory, now if I go to the crafting menu, which I have to be in survival for, some useful hotkeys for crafting are, if this is in my 7 slot, or for me, I use a different hotkey. I use X for the 7 slot. So if I hover the crafting section and press X, it'll pull that block into the crafting section, which is very useful. You can also just grab it, place it up like that, but this saves a little bit of time for quick crafting. Once again, inventory management. You can convert this into gold by shift clicking, and it'll grab the whole stack of things that you want to craft and then pull it into your inventory like you've seen there. And you can even do things like dropping individually right from this menu. If you press Q or your drop hotkey, it'll drop one individually, as you can see. You can keep pressing it. Or if you hold Control and Q, it'll throw the whole stack out, which is quite useful. So if you create the gold like that, and then you want to throw the whole stack out, you just press Control Q while hovering it, and it'll throw the whole stack, which is great for piglin trades. All right, another useful one is if you have a villager here, and he's got good trades that you want to do over and over again, you can shift click the trade, which will do the maximum amount. So here it'll do 2 and give you the emeralds. Same thing, you shift click the emerald. But then if you want to do the trade again, you can just click spacebar and keep spamming space and hold shift and click it. And it'll give you all the trades as quick as you can. So for the advanced one, what you can do is grab a specific block. And then if you hold shift and double click on any block, it'll grab all of that block in the chest as a stack and put it to the furthest inventory section. So to show you on the wood here, I've grabbed the obsidian, I'm holding it, I'm holding shift now, and I double left click, and it puts all of the wood directly into my inventory like that. It works the same with obsidian, but it keeps the one that I'm holding, which is the downside of this method. But you can always just place it down and shift when you're done with it. But I'll keep using this for the rest of the demonstration. Right here again, holding shift, double left click, stacks all the gold blocks. There you go. Once again, you can go in here, press your hotkey to pull the items in, and directly from the inventory this time, which is useful if you're in a very high stress situation in a bastion, like you've just entered a chest, you want to throw out some gold very quickly. You can press Control Q to throw a lot of gold out, or you gather all the gold and throw it out like that, Control Q. But right here, if we go into our inventory, press X to pull it out, you can do it actually directly from your inventory as well. So if you press Control Q and keep spamming it, it throws all the gold out. So that's another really useful tip for speedrunning. These ones, you're starting to get more into the speedrunning portion of these hotkeys. They aren't as useful in survival, but if you want to use them, go ahead. Okay, so for the more complex methods, but they are the quickest, I'm sure there's some other ways that are like microseconds quicker, but this is the quickest way that I've found that it works for me. But basically, if you want to do fast looting, you're gonna come over to this, hover an item. The process is gonna be this. You're gonna offhand a block, left click, offhand it again, and left click again. So basically, if you do it quick enough, it'll stack all your items and then put it to this bottom slot. So really quickly, once again, you're gonna hold shift, and then you're just gonna do that sequence very quickly. So F click. And like you can see, it stacked it all into the corner here. And that works when you go over every item. So F click, F click, F click, F click, F click, F click. Like you get the idea, right? You can kind of just spam left click as well if you wanted to. So if we get all the blocks back here, keep in mind, this isn't like as accurate as it could be, but you get what I'm trying to do here. So hold shift, F click, and you can just keep spamming them kind of, and it should work. Like I literally just spam clicked F and left click there and it worked. It's a bit slower if you mess it up, don't get me wrong, but while you're learning, you can try that. But you want to get the tempo down perfectly if you want to use it reliably. So you really want to practice that holding shift, F, left click, F, left click. So once again, like that. And if you accidentally misclick a block, like you would have seen with the obsidian there, I misclicked left click first and it put it down there. It won't work if you have nothing in your offhand here. So you can't really do that, if that makes sense. But what you can do is you just go to a different block and start it again, and it'll still pull it over to that section that you had, that's kind of cool. I forgot to mention, this will work as well if you are holding something else in your offhand already. So if I'm offhanding this, shift, like that. So you can see it still works. It'll just change the position in your inventory hotbar that it'll work, and it didn't grab the obsidian because I was offhanding it to begin with. So there's actually an upgrade to the fast looting called fast looting, and it involves an inventory slot. So basically this allows you to trim one of the inputs off. So instead of doing F click like we did last time to move it, you're going to use the inventory slots and staircase down. So what this means for the process is you're going to hold shift the whole time like you did before. You're going to left click, press the inventory slot to pull it back, and then left click again. This will allow you to only do 3 inputs instead of the 4. So very quickly, hold shift, left, V for me, and then left again. So left 9 left, and that'll pull all of them down. That's only 3 inputs. But the problem with that is you can't then do it on this one because it'll pull the carrots in. So you need to staircase down and each time change which button you're pressing, which is why it's a little bit harder, and I prefer the offhand method. But if you do it properly, it's going to look like this. It's going to be left 9 slot left. So left 9 slot left, but you have to be quick. And then left 8 slot left, left 7 slot left, and you have to staircase down like that, if that makes any sense. Let me know which method of these is your favorites, and let me know if you have a better way of doing any of these. I'm always open to hear new ideas. Thanks for watching.